December 2017 Tarotscopes with me, Tinaheals, and these are your first two cards for the first week. So Libra, this is the card of Justice, and this is your card. This card belongs to the astrological sign of Libra. Okay, the scales of justice, this is your emblem, your glyph. Okay, balance and justice. So I love it when stuff like this happens, that I get to pick the particular tarot card corresponding with that astrological sign. I did that with Scorpio just a little while ago. So yeah, I love it when synchronicity like that happens, and this tells me that with Justice, the first week of December, Libra, that something is coming to a head. Maybe you feel you were wronged. Maybe you feel like justice was not served. But with this energy, it's clear that justice is now going to conclude itself. You cannot avoid karma forever, and karma is not a bitch, or karma is no personal god, but karma is like the incessant journey of consciousness. And this is actually the King of Wands card from the Osho Zen Tarot, and this is called the Creator, and this is so powerful because this is about creation. So Libra, are you ready to create your own justice? And I don't mean some sort of vigilante kind of justice, but real, true cosmic justice. That's what Libra does. That's the esoteric soul journey of Libra, is understanding cosmic justice. Okay? And with this King of Fire, which is the King of Wands, this is a Zen master in the card. Of course, you can see that, and the Zen master is now harnessed the energy of fire. And you know, fire is extremely potent for creation, but not just creation. Fire also destroys, and we've had so much destruction by fire this year 2017. America has had so many wild forest fires that it's been devastating. It's not happened like this in years. So it's been like, and of course with the eclipses on the Leo Aquarius polarity, with so much of the action happening in Leo, we've had a predominance of fire energy, Saturn and Sag, Uranus and Aries. So we've had this really intense fire energy. But for you, this card is telling you to create a new script and bring justice into your life. Okay, so how this is gonna play out for you, and how you can become the masterpiece that you are creating, is up to you, but justice is on your side. And usually when a card pops up for its astrological sign, it means that the energy is very balanced. And we've got Luna and the Volcano, which is card number 35, which adds to an 8, and 8 is actually feminine power. 8 is infinity on one side, and if you flip it, it speaks of material abundance. So 8 has both overtures of the etheric dimension as well as 3D. So when Luna and the Volcano pops up, expect change, right? How volcanoes just erupt, and they're often destructive. So you can expect some eruption in your spiritual life, could even be in your emotional body. Okay, and because the moon is the emotional self, And Luna and the volcano speaks of a full moon, and today is the full moon as I speak. So this is also pretty synchronistic, and something's erupting, something's brewing within you, and it's going to erupt. So what is brewing within you? The sense of justice, and as I said, that you have this fire energy available to you also. Now there's a lot of energetic potential in this card, right? This is quiet. The scene looks very quiet, okay? But there, right there, you can see the mountain, and you can see the point of eruption, and you know that bam, at any time it can erupt with almost unexpected abruptness. So there's always this sense of the situation being in flux, right? Whatever it is, it's in flux. But there's a beautiful reflection, and there these beautiful scenery, and there's this flower of life. So yeah, with the volcano there is a lot of potential. With eruptions there is a lot of potential. So express your love, Libra, first week of December. We've got Two of Pentacles, and this usually speaks of two options. So maybe you have two people in front of you, or maybe you have two parts in front of you and you're unable to express your love. But do that, it's very powerful for you. And Mars is about to exit your sign and has been in your sign, so Mars has probably given you the push to express yourself. And I get this additional oracle, which is ebb and flow. So figure out the duality, figure out the options, and flow, which you should be pretty good at doing, Libra. You are known to be the peacemaker, and you are known to just flow with the energies, which sometimes is to your detriment, but it can happen, and it's sometimes positive too. So Queen of Swords is air energy, and this speaks of emotional clarity, actually. The Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, there's a lot of discernment. There's a lot of you coming to understand what it is you want. This could even be publishing. So Libra, if you're looking at publishing, this is very good for you, because Queen of Swords is really good for expressing your ideas, especially your intellect. So any form of writing is very good, and queens are all about creativity, compassion, awareness, and nurturing. But with the Queen of Swords, there's potential of a third person being involved in relationships, but somehow I don't feel this is the case over here. So maybe this is just clarity. It could be an air sign person in the most literal sense, but if you're looking at it as a concept, as an archetype, I would say that this is about independence. The Queen of Swords is very independent and analytical energy. So there's a lot of analytical energy with this card. So that's good for you. You are an air sign, so this is probably good for you. You have a very strong discerning intellect. With this I get inner voice, so this is actually contradictory. So this speaks of intellect, but this speaks of your inner voice, which is your intuition. So yes, these energies are disparate, but I guess this speaks of a balance again, which is the forte of your sign, so should not be a problem, Libra. And I've got nonagon, which is 9. So 9s are all about completions, right? 9s are about cycles completing. So and 9s are goddess geometry, and the geometry of the womb, right? So with this, what I see, that yes, you have clarity, and yes, you have emotions. Of course, if you're tapping into them, it could even be you are divorced from your emotions, and you just like trying to work with analytical left brain type of energy, and that may not be productive for you, because everything is about a balance, right? And with the nonagon, and there is interestingly the 9-sided geometry is boundary, and it's also perfection. and speaks of, and if you look at the geometry here, this is an enhanced awareness of the nonagon. So there are cycles within cycles that are wrapping up right now for you, Libra, in your spiritual journey. This could of course be a query, an answer to something else that you might have in mind, but this to me usually signifies a spiritual journey. So the nonagon is, and the extended nonagon geometry here is definitely about completing cycles within cycles and finding balance and order, right? So whatever you have outgrown, you've just got to now erase, right? Delete, because this perfect balance can only be achieved by a discerning intellect, of course, and also deep intuitive understanding. So these actually, both these energies enhance the nonagon aspect of how you can reach this nine-sided geometry of ending cycles within cycles, right? So second week of December looks interesting, and in the love department you have reconciliation. So this cycles within cycles might be speaking of your romantic journey. So and also you may need to listen to both sides, left and right, to come to an extended awareness of the greater patterns of life, right? The lady usually speaks of fertility. So reconciliation for you, Libra, can be very fertile and creative, right? Look at the lady there. She's just the very image of abundance, right? So this is available to you, and if you're ready to purify yourself, so do internal work this time. You get a lot of help from the planets, so do internal purification. So maybe cord cutting, or maybe violet flame activation, whatever it is you need to do, work on developing both sides of this. And you can of course meditate on the nonagon and see what aspects come to you. So all this is deep archetypal imagery, and they will intuit something to you that's specific to you. See how the messages come forth, right? Then we've got the third week of December, 6 of Swords. So there's quite a sword theme happening for you, Libra. You are an air sign, and the sword, and a part of the sword suit. So this looks to be complementary, and 6 of Swords is usually a journey for healing, all right? And this is in reverse for you. So third week, as you begin the third week, it might be bumpy for you, because this could also be an airline travel that's delayed, of course. So third week, that could happen to you, but I feel that whatever this is about you confronting something that has been long-standing, and right now you feel no peace. Third week of December, and this could be due to your refusal to see things from other points of views, Libra. You can be quite passive, aggressively obstinate, okay? But with this, I have the creativity card, which is very powerful again, and it's again a wand card, and speaks of creativity. So nurture your creative talents and whatever it is that you have latent within you, so you may heal from whatever it is. Icosahedron, this is the immediate next figure to the nonagon. So this speaks of this is male, by the way. So and this adds up to a 1. So this is a leadership card, right? Icosahedron is a leadership card, but looking at things from different perspectives. So as I said, here you may be feeling very repressed, and this could be the answer to you. And this is actually a 3-dimensional geometric shape, right? And you can see that, and all of them are equal length, okay? And this is basically the geometry of the universe in esoteric parlance, right? So within this is the 10 number, which is again the number of the first emanation, the first logos. So this, I think, is asking you to open your mind about self-inquiry, and well, maybe you are in a continuous loop, and this tells me you are. So whatever it is, however you need to express yourself creatively, I think this geometry can really work well with your mindscape right now, Libra. And in the love department, you have unrequited love. Don't be sad about it. And the 3 of Swords. So this is a triangular love story that is not panning out, right? There's a lot of heartbreak, and I think you may be glorifying what you think is, but it actually is not there. And this tells me that you have to retreat within an inner sanctuary, because if you don't, this energy can drive you crazy. This speaks of extreme heartbreak. So I hope that doesn't happen to you in the 3rd week, but there are chances that such energies could come across your path, but you just need to be aware of them to work through them actually. So the King of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, and the Kings, again I said, are about structure, about patriarchal authority, and the King of Pentacles actually is extremely benefic, and it could be grants, could be money coming to you from some source, from known or unknown sources. So whatever it is, this is really good, okay? Very good energy. Money, abundance, and since this is Pentacles, this is definitely money. So you will see money manifest easier from the 4th week of December as you go into the new year, Libra. And this breakthrough is pretty clear that you're obviously able to make some breakthrough at work, maybe come up with an idea, maybe come up with a project that gets funding, or you get crowdfunding, or you get one patron to come and give you funding. Whatever it is, Libra, since you're ruled by Venus, a lot of you are artists. So this is the earth grid is all about connecting to Gaia and earth energy. So this speaks of grounding, and this is kind of like the sanctuary energy over here, right? The cave energy. So maybe you need to ground yourself. Tree hugging or working with black tourmaline is usually a very effective way to go through this grounding energy and ground yourself. This is a black tourmaline. You can email me for more details on this. I energize these stones and I have them with me. So get in touch if you want your own tourmaline friend, and that can really help you connect to the earth grid, because tourmaline works with the base chakra and the root chakra, okay? So this is extremely good for grounding, and of course if you are up for tree hugging, that is the most effective way to ground. And now in the love department, you've got worth waiting for. So be patient, and there's a love story that's coming your way, and it's again a Queen of Swords. So this is I can sense some very strong Queen of Swords energy here, right? So you've got 2 Queen of Swords. One I think was your 3rd week, yes. So see how that works out. This is discriminatory, analytical, practical, intellectual, could be scathing, could be sarcastic, a type of energy, could be a person, could be could be just your discerning intellect, and maybe you decide to wait for the person and not jump into useless relationships, because here this speaks of full moon and completion. So see how the Gemini full moon, again in an air sign, works out for you, Libra. It should give you some good energy to work with. So that was your December 2017 Tarotscope with me, Tina from Tinaheals. This is a peacock ore, and that's a shungite. Please check my website www.tinaheals.com. See ya. Bye.